Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to take a look at INT Perfect Cell with his buff, thanks to the pre-anniversary campaign. I've got Proton's tweet up here with the full details. So Cell in his starting form with this temporary buff gets 300% extra attack, 600% extra defense, and is super effective against all types. So I've been really looking forward to him getting his buff and trying him out on this Tech Buhan team, because he does get the 200% leader skill from him. And as you can see here, he's starting off turn 1 at 911k defense. So that's pretty crazy. Bear in mind, we raise defense on our 12 key super, but not the 18 for this Cell. And then he just has pretty straightforward attack and defense 120, gets an extra defense up to 120 with more HP remaining. So obviously we've started on full health. He gets 2 key and 30% attack per existing enemy. So in this stage, he actually is getting a bit of extra attack here. And then we get 50% attack and defense when performing a super, which means that obviously with the start of turn defense that he now has, he basically goes up to 1.5 million defense when he super attacks, which is kind of funny. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to do this straight away and start getting some buffs for Boo, especially because this domain buffs, apparently it buffs Trunks, but oh yeah, because of course boosts our allies. But yeah, power absorption or transformation boost. So Cell is on power absorption. So Cell gets the 15%. Obviously, he's not on Margin Boost Saga, but so let's go for Trunks with you, and then let's see what Cell can do if we just go for Videl here. We can get the 18 key super. Key is, I guess, sometimes an issue for Cell, but let's see what we are looking at here. Super boost 6.8. I think, to be fair, I think he only shares 2 links with Cell and Boo together, which is Fierce Battle and Big Bad Bosses, but obviously Big Bad Bosses being a great link. Now Cell, when he transforms, can go absolutely crazy, but remember, to transform we have to get to him being on the start of the turn at HP 40% or less. So both him and the AGL Gohan, like, it can be tricky sometimes to see their transformations. Obviously for Cell it's a lot easier than Gohan with the stupid android restriction, but 21 million is his starting attack here. And then we get an additional, the 12 key super, 14 million. Goes in supers, double digit damage. Because remember, like I say, he's got, even though he raises defense on the 12 key, so we were up to like 1.4 something, and then he got an extra 30% from his 12 key super attack effect. So we were over 1.5 million by a decent amount. Alright, so let's do this. Let's try and get rid of you here. I don't want to attack into the type disadvantage though, so I'll do that for you, and then go back to you and do that. But yeah, Cell and Gohan getting the buffs, I talked about it in the video the other day, I think for me is almost a little bit more exciting than the 5-year fusions, just because, like, I really wanted to use Cell on this team. We do love those villains buffs. Gohan should be quite interesting. We're into a meta of slightly shorter, like, tough events again now, though. But Gohan, it's one of the reasons why it's going to be so good for Global to finally get Jiren and get the Goku and Frieza stage. Because Goku and Frieza are obviously STR at the end. So imagine Gohan stacking for, like, the whole event with this buff that he has now, and then getting to AGL, Frieza and Goku at the end. And then if you somehow, I mean, I guess you'd have to do shenanigans with the team building, because you're not fighting an android enemy at the end. You do fight 17 though, so if you could time it right, you could get his condition and transform against the Tech 17, right? But that would be crazy. Alright, so we've got the Cell, we've got the Kid Buu buff. Yeah, it's only Big Bad Bosses in Fierce Battle, but let's do that. And then let's do that. I mean, I might as well. I'll attack it with Kid Buu just in case we get a crit, but obviously not ideal if Kid Buu gets super attacked by Goten, but we're in an era of bosses either kill you outright or you take no damage. I mean, that is true, yeah. Getting to certain HP conditions is harder and harder now because certain characters, with how hard bosses hit, you either need to dodge and not take any damage or have crazy like damage reduction tanks who are taking like less than 100k from these big supers. So then getting to 40% HP can be kind of tricky. It was up to 17.1. This is the friend one. The friend one had 2 dupes. No, that's my one. That's 55%. Okay. And then, yeah, 22 million for Cell. Didn't get the additional, though, unfortunately. So it takes 180k. So him getting that extra 30% defense from his 12 key super obviously does make a difference, which is interesting. Yeah, we can't go straight into the next domain because Janemba isn't a full power absorption character, so without a full power absorption rotation it has to be turn 6. We're on turn 4. Yeah, so I like the private server for ages has had an item that lowers your HP when you use it, so that you can actually see some of these transformations sometimes. And yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Like, yeah, we do have some of those events now with the bomb orbs where you can hurt yourself, but yeah, see, friend Buhan without having the buff is 10 mil. Interesting to see what my one is up to now after the couple of Super Buu turns. Yeah, see, this is where key can be an issue. Because Fierce Battle and Big Bad Bosses, decent enough links like for stats, but don't give any key. So yeah, I guess we just have to do the 12 key super. Yeah. At least that does raise our defense. And the thing is with this team as well for Cell is this team has a lot of healing. So I talked about it in the video, was it yesterday, that as far as I know, it checks for the start of turn thing for his 40% before the start of turn heals go off. So it's not like you will lose it like every time, but it just means that it's harder to get to that point, right? Because if we're on like 60% HP the turn before Cell is going to come onto the rotation, we're going to heal a whole bunch, and then the next turn when he comes back around, we've got way more HP again. Damn, 16.8. Yeah, post Super Buu Buhan is crazy, especially even at 55%, I should say, not especially. Obviously, as you get more, he gets even crazier. Yeah. Right, so we transform this Super Buu. Do this. Got some INT orbs there ready for Cell. Janemba doing his thing in slot 1. Love to see that. 29 million. Yeah, Janemba's crazy with his EZA. It's so good on this team. $14.7 for the friend one as like the starting first. That's the first super as Super Boo. Yeah, this Tech Buhan's just such a good unit. To 20. I mean, obviously the Kid Buu support is very helpful here as well. And Bros just keeps going. Even Kid Buu, because obviously the domain buff, like even Kid Buu with 20 million attacks down this turn. It's crazy. I mean, I guess I could do this. Buhan could take some damage in slot 1, I guess, but... Alright. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite tricky, like, unless we get really unlucky. Although... Nah, see, this is the problem, is if it's the turn that sells on, even if we take some big damage from this, by the time we get back around to the sell turn... Maybe, because we will get a decent amount of healing. We've lost a lot of health. Maybe I could swing this, actually. I just need to make sure I don't heal too much during the next turn, although we're going to kill him this turn, aren't we? So... If we get no... Maybe if we get no crits... The ideal scenario is we don't kill him this turn. Oh, of course, but Cell's effective against all types. INT Fat Boo. Don't get any crits. Yeah, I wish I had INT Broly. He's probably the #1 unit out of... There's only about 3 units in the game at this point that I don't have. And he's like the #1 one that I don't have that I wish I did. Because some of the new units that have come out that you can run on his team or run him with are so good. Yes, perfect. But see, look, we heal above 40% HP. Like, bruh. And then even more than that at with the other start of turn buffs. So, I mean, this is one of the things, like, the Buu team's super good for, like, not dying. I should have put Super Buu in slot 1, so we could have at least got one more super attack. Yeah, the Buu team's very good at not dying, but for that reason, probably not the craziest team for Cell in terms of actually seeing his buffs. Let me see. Yeah, he's not going to show up on here, is he? Because he hasn't been updated in the database. Just going to check who, like, all of his 200% leads are. But yeah, now we get back to the turn where he's back on rotation and we're at full health again. Right, let's see, 200% leaders. Yeah, because Broly is one of his 200% leaders. Family Kamehameha Gohan is, because obviously Cell is on Kamehameha. Sword of Hope Trunks, AGL Blue Boys. He's on AGL Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku's lead and INT Buu, which is interesting. Harudagan. Like, he's on a few teams that are still decently runnable, but obviously being an extreme unit, being a big bad bosses unit, there's like certain teams you want to run him on or certain allies you want to run him with. But yeah, we need to catch a lucky break and have somebody on the next turn get supered and actually take like a decent chunk of damage, and then get that cell transformation for the last part of the fight here. But yeah, it's gonna be, there's gonna be some fights where you just won't get it. Like, you'll lose HP on the wrong turns, or you'll just do too well and you won't lose enough HP. which is a shame because obviously once he transforms, he's going to go ham. I'm really hoping that we could get that in here somewhere, but I mean, even on this rotation, like, we don't really have anyone that can take big damage. I mean, maybe if I put you in slot 1. Let's not get a super with you. Not that that will make a huge difference, but Buhan just getting the dodges now. Yeah, I was hoping he would get like slot 1 supered or something. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like that's not going to be the case. Yeah, I could definitely see, like, I mean, it's like with Timebreaker, right? Like, I did a couple of different runs, a couple of videos in different events with Timebreaker and just, like, could not get his rage mode. Because, as I said, like somebody already said in the chat, like, there are certain situations now where, like, bosses are either just killing you or you're just not taking that much damage because you're either tanking or dodging. And then, yeah, even here, the one time when we managed to get down to low HP, because this team heals so much and it was on the turn that Cell was already on, so we'd had to have waited multiple rotations. Exactly, suffering from success. And then yeah, Janemba negates the super. But yeah, that's the thing, if you take the damage on the turn that Cell is on, then you're just going to heal too much, like by the time he comes back. So it's like the turn he's not on is the turn where you need to take damage, but what if I do this and we don't super with him? I mean, obviously, yeah, it's better for him to have that ability there if you didn't need, like, if it does come up, but it's definitely annoying because obviously he'll be so good with it. Because the perfect cell, like, his post Easy A, the perfect cell when he transforms is really good anyway. But the buff for him here is 200% attack, 400% defense, and super effective. So the buff is less than when he's in his first form. But that's obviously just because the transformed version is so much more powerful. But yeah, as you can see, we are not taking a lot of damage. We have a chance in this next turn, as long as he doesn't super Kid Buu. Kid Buu could take quite a bit of damage here. So could Buhan. If he slot 1 supers. Okay, he didn't slot 1 super. Because yeah, I don't think we're going to get Cell's transformation here, but we'll be trying them out in different events and different team builds and stuff. So hopefully at some point we will be able to get it. Friend Buhan just dodged the super. Okay. 32 million for Janemba in this turn. With the links and support from Kid Buu as well. Physical Janemba just so good. 19.6. Bruh. What an absolute beast physical Janemba is. It's a shame we don't have any sort of way of like guaranteeing that we can get it. This is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, so now my Buhan's going to take a slot 1 super and dodge. Okay. Yeah, we have the high chance to dodge now, because a certain number of turns have passed. Typical that, especially when it's high chance, so it's 50-50, there'll be things where you're doing challenge runs or something and you really, really want that 50% chance to come in clutch, and it doesn't. And here, where it's like, please let me take some damage so I can see Cell transform, and then no one's taking any damage. Hey, shout out to Jofel for re-upping his membership, Ningen Club member for 15 months. Let's go. W's in the chat. But yeah, Cell definitely looks very good. I mean, even with his non-transformed state, like, he's solid. It's just like, we really want to see that transformed version, really see him go crazy. And like I say, it's very RNG. Like, there will be runs where he could be on turn 2, and literally on turn 1, you just get blasted by a massive super that you just about survive. And then on turn 2, he transforms straight away, and then you get to go crazy with him. But obviously that's not always going to be the case, and as you can see here, you can have runs where you just don't really lose a lot of HP throughout the entire run, really. I mean, this Buhan hasn't stacked a lot, so as long as he doesn't get supered. Yeah, I was going to say, as long as he doesn't take the super attack, Boo Tanks could take a decent bit of damage in slot 3 here, maybe. But it all depends whether Gohan survives this turn or not. I was going to say, we need Janemba to not crit, because otherwise Janemba can do a lot of damage. Yeah, it's true, you could run double Cell leads and just run his team. Because that's the thing, with these guys now having their passives massively buffed, like, they're not 200% leaders, but they still have decent enough leader skills to run some good teams. But yeah, I don't think Boo Tanks would need to take like 200k from each of these normals for us to then be able to transform next turn. But who knows, he might. I don't think Gohan does hit that hard, but no, he took double-digit damage, okay. Yeah, 970k start of turn defense. I mean, he would probably take big damage if he actually got slot 1 supered, to be fair. But again, it's like, if it's the turn that he's on, yeah, how much does he take from this? I guess it's good to see this, even if we do die. But because he doesn't have any other defensive tech, he just has raw defense of like 970k. So this does quite a bit of damage, I think. Yeah, especially because I think he builds up attack, doesn't he? So, but there you go. I mean, Cell is definitely solid, but getting the transformations, can certainly be a pain. Needs that 40% or less HP, and then we can see this guy come out. But we'll be trying him out in some other events and stuff. Let me know what you guys think of Cell down below in the comments section. Obviously, we'll be trying out Gohan and the Blue Fusions as well. So let me know your thoughts about the temporary buffs. But yeah, what do you guys think of Cell? Let me know down below in the comment section. What team would you run him on? Give me all your thoughts in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.